Hi. Well, Sonnet 130. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses, damask, red and white, but no such roses do I see in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Extraordinary. See you tomorrow. Hi, Sonnet 132, and I am skipping 131 because I don't like it. Thine eyes I love, and they, as pitying me, knowing thy heart torment me with disdain, have put on black, and loving mourners be, looking with pretty ruth upon my pain. And truly, not the morning sun of heaven better becomes the grey cheeks of the east, nor that full star that ushers in the even doth half that glory to the sober west. As those two mourners' eyes become thy face. I'm going to read those two lines again. Nor that full star that ushers in the even doth half that glory to the sober west, as those two mourning eyes become thy face. O let it then as well beseem thy heart to mourn for me, since mourning doth thee grace and suit thy pity like in every part. Then will I swear beauty herself is black, and all they foul that thy complexion lack. See you with 133 tomorrow. Hi, I have two apologies to make. And I guess this is a kind of a third apology because I've got a friend here with me. I omitted to say that when we got to Sonnet 127, the subject of the sonnets changed from being a male to being female. And I had always thought I would mention that, but then I missed it. Also, Sonnets 133, 134, 135, and 136. I just cannot handle. They are so complex with word meanings changing and plays on words. I've struggled and failed to make sense of them. So I'm not going to pretend that I do make sense of them. I'm just going to leave them unsaid and begin today with Sonnet 137.
Those are upside down.
Oh. Yes. You see what having a new beautiful friend does to you. Makes you put your glasses on upside down. Doesn't it beautiful one? Okay, here we go. Sonnet 137. Thou blind fool, love, what dost thou to mine eyes, that they behold and see not what they see? They know what beauty is, see where it lies, yet what the best is, take the worst to be. If eyes, corrupt by over-partial looks, be anchored in the bay where all men ride, why of eyes' falsehood hast thou forged hooks, whereto the judgment of my heart is tied? Why should my heart think that a several plot, which my heart knows the wide world's commonplace, or mine eyes, seeing this, say this is not, to put fair truth upon so foul a place? To put fair truth upon so foul a face. In things right true, my heart and eyes have erred, and to this fault, in things right true, my heart and eyes have erred, and to this false plague are they now transferred. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Are you going to apologize as well, Zoe? By the way, she has a name now. It's Zoe. It's hers. I'm sorry about that. It could have been done better. You have a go. See you tomorrow. Cheers. One of the things I love about champagne is that you can just take a little sip and it tastes as if you had a mouthful. Well, one of my most loved sonnets, 138. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies. That she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties. Thus, vainly thinking that she thinks me young, although she knows my days are past the best, simply I credit her false-speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says she not, she is unjust? And wherefore say not I, that I am old? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust, and age in love loves not to have years told. Therefore, I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flattered be. Fabulous. That was 138. Bye for now. Hi, Sonnet 139. Oh, call not me to justify the wrong that thy unkindness lays upon my heart. Wound me not with thine eyes, but with thy tongue. Use power with power, and slay me not by art. Tell me thou lovest elsewhere, but in my sight, dear heart, forbear to glance thine eye aside. What needst thou wound with cunning, when thy might is more than my oppressed defence can bide? Let me excuse thee,
Ah, my love well knows her pretty looks have been mine enemies, and therefore from my face she turns my foes, that they elsewhere might dart their injuries. Yet do not so, but since I am near slain, kill me outright with looks, and rid my pain. Hi, Sonnet 140. And there may be some barking dogs. Don't let that interfere with this. Be wise as thou art cruel. Do not press my tongue-tied patience with too much disdain. Let sorrow lend me words, and words express the manner of my pity-wanting pain. If I might teach thee wit, better it were, though not to love, yet love to tell me so. As testy sick men when their deaths be near, no news but health from their physicians know. For if I should despair, I should grow mad, and in my madness might speak ill of thee. Now this ill-resting world is grown so bad, mad slanderers by mad ears believe it be. That I may not be so, nor thou belied, bear thine eyes straight, though thy proud heart go wide. I think that's wonderful. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
All right, you want to stay there? Very good. Well then, in that case, you're going to play a role in Sonnet 141, okay? I don't think you've heard this one before. Zoe, by the way, Zoe. Okay. In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes. Oh, well, so much for sonnet appreciation. Oh dear, I do love you, doggy. Yes, I do. All right.
Okay.
Sonnet 141. In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 errors note. But 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, who in despite of view is pleased to dote. Nor are mine ears with thy tongue's tune delighted, nor tender feeling to base touches prone, nor taste nor smell desire to be invited to any sensual feast with thee alone. But my 5 wits nor my 5 senses can dissuade one foolish heart from serving thee, who leaves unswayed the likeness of a man, thy proud heart's slave and vassal wretch to be. Only my plague thus far I count my gain, that she that makes me sin awards my pain. Good sonnet. Strong. Good. Tomorrow, 142. Bye. Good evening. Sonnet 142. Love is my sin, and thy dear virtue, hate, hate of my sin, grounded on sinful loving. Oh, but with mine compare thou thine own state, and thou shalt find it merits not reproving. Or if it do,
not from those lips of thine that have profaned their scarlet ornaments, and sealed false bonds of love as oft as mine, robbed others' beds, revenues of their rents. Be it lawful, I love thee, as thou lovest those whom thine eyes woo, as mine importune thee. Root pity in thy heart, that when it grows, thy pity may deserve to pitied be. If thou dost seek to have what thou dost hide, by self-example mayest thou be denied. Tough one. I mean, hard thinking. See you tomorrow.
A little rosé among the roses. Okay, well, I've taken a little break. I'm sorry, we've taken a little break. Work induced, but I'm back now as we start the run home for the end of the line. So here we go with Sonnet 145. Those lips that love's own hand did make breathed forth the sound that said, I hate. To me that languished for her sake. But when she saw my woeful state, straight in her heart did mercy come, chiding that tongue that ever sweet was used in giving gentle doom, and taught it thus anew to greet. I hate she altered with an end that followed it as gentle day doth follow night, who like a fiend from heaven to hell is flown away. I hate, from hate away she threw, and saved my life, saying, not you. I have actually loved that sonnet all my life, since a teenager. See you tomorrow. Hi. Beautiful evening. Beautiful sonnets. Number 146. Poor soul, the center of my sinful earth, pressed with these rebel powers that thee array, why dost thou pine within and suffer dearth, painting thy outward walls so costly gay? Why so large cost, having so short a lease, as thou upon thy fading mansion spend? Shall worms, inheritors of this excess, eat up thy charge? Is this the body's end? Then, soul, live thou upon thy servant's loss, and let that pine to aggravate thy store. Buy terms divine in selling hours of dross. Within be fed, without be rich no more. So shalt thou feed on death that feeds on men, and death, once dead, there's no more dying then. Amazing. Amazing. Enjoy. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hi. Well, something a little different this evening. Beautiful evening, as you see. And I have in my hands 2 mangoes, one ripe, one unripe. They each have little nubs on them, here, below my finger, little nubs. Now behind me is the tree in our yard from which these came.
And if there's anybody out there who knows what species of mangoes these are, let me know. Well, rather, don't let me know. Let my camera operator know, because it's her tree.
Well, and she put you up to this, to be fair.
She did put me up to it, but I'm happy to do it because I love mangoes, and I have a ripe one every morning. Okay, here we go. This is another sonnet that I've loved for a long time, 147. And here we go. Try and forget about the mangoes if you can. My love is as a fever longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease, feeding on that which doth preserve the ill, the uncertain, sickly appetite to please. My reason, the physician to my love, angry that his prescriptions are not kept, hath left me, and I desperate now approve desire is death, which physic did accept. Past cure I am, now reason is past care, and frantic mad with evermore unrest. My thoughts and my discourse a madman's are. I'm going to read that one again. And frantic mad with evermore unrest, my thoughts and my discourse as madmen's are, at random from the truth, vainly expressed. For I have sworn thee fair, and thought thee bright, who art as black as hell, as dark as night. Yeah, he's not happy, the poet. Bye. Hi. We've done very little in this location, but now we're going to do Sonnet 148. O me, what eyes hath love put in my head, which have no correspondence with true sight? Or if they have, where is my judgment fled, that censures falsely what they see aright? If that be fair, whereon my false eyes dote, what means the world to say it is not so? If it be not, then love doth well denote love's eye is not so true as all men's know. How can it be? Oh, how can love's eye be true, that is so vexed with watching and with tears? No marvel then, though I mistake my view. The sun itself sees not till heaven clears. O cunning love, with tears thou keep'st me blind, lest eyes well seeing thou foul faults should find. Last two lines again. Darn. O cunning love, with tears that keeps me blind, lest eyes well seeing thy foul faults should find. Yeah, that's better. Better. I think that's a terrific sonnet too. They get very good towards the end. See you tomorrow. Hi. Sonnet 149. Canst thou, O cruel, say I love thee not, when I against myself with thee partake? Do I not think on thee, when I forgot am of myself all tyrant for thy sake? Who hateth thee, that I do call my friend? On whom frown'st thou, that I do fawn upon? Nay, If thou lourest on me, do I not spend revenge upon myself with present moan? What merit do I in myself respect that is so proud thy service to despise, when all my best doth worship thy defect, commanded by the motion of thine eyes? But love, hate on, for now I know thy mind. Those that can see thou lovest, and I am blind. They get darker and darker and darker. Well, coming up is 150. Amazing. Good night. Hi. Well, Sonnet 150 is upon us. Oh, from what power hast thou this powerful might with insufficiency my heart to sway, to make me give the lie to my true sight, and swear that brightness doth not grace the day? Whence hast thou this becoming of things ill, that in the very refuse of thy deeds there is such strength and warrant is of skill, that in my mind thy worst all best exceeds? Who taught thee how to make me love thee more? The more I hear and see just cause of hate. Although I love what others do abhor, with others thou shouldst not abhor my state. If thy unworthiness raised love in thee, if my unworthiness raised love in me, more worthy I to be beloved of thee. Hello. I realize the setting might upstage the reading. Well, so be it. It's a nice view, isn't it? Sonnet 151. Love is too young to know what conscience is. Yet who knows not conscience is born of love? Then, gentle cheater, urge not my amiss, lest guilty of my faults thy sweet self prove. For thou, betraying me, I do betray my nobler parts to my gross body's treason. My soul doth tell my body that he may triumph in love. Flesh stays no further reason, but rising at thy name doth point out thee as his triumphant prize. Proud of this pride, he is contented, thy poor drudge to be, to stand in thy affairs, fall by thy side. No want of conscience hold it, that I call her love, for whose dear love I rise and fall. 3 more sonnets to go. Maybe 4, 5. Well, as you saw, she loves the sonnets. She wouldn't miss one for the world. And she's been away for a few days. So this is not just a return home, it's a return to the world of William Shakespeare. Sonnet 152. In loving thee, thou knowest I am forsworn, but thou art twice forsworn, to me love swearing. In act thy bed vow broke, and new faith torn in vowing new hate after new love bearing. But why of two oaths breach do I accuse thee, when I break 20? I am perjured most, for all my vows are oaths but to misuse thee, and all my honest faith in thee is lost. For I have sworn deep oaths of thy deep kindness, oaths of thy love, thy truth, thy constancy, and to enlighten thee gave eyes to blindness, or made them swear against the thing they see. For I have sworn thee fair, more perjured I, to swear against the truth, so foul a lie. Oh dear, oh dear. Did you like that one, Dad?
Do you need some pets?
Did you like Sonnet 152? Not sure. Hi. Sonnet 153. The penultimate, Zoe.
What's penultimate mean, Daddy?
I'll tell you later. Okay. Cupid laid by his brand and fell asleep. A maid of Dian's this advantage found, and his love-kindling fire did quickly steep in a cold valley fountain of that ground, which borrowed from this holy fire of love a dateless lively heat, still to endure, and grew a seething bath, which yet men prove against strange maladies a sovereign cure. But at my mistress' eye, love's brand new fired, the boy for trial needs would touch my breast. I, sick withal, the help of bath desired, and thither hied, a sad, distempered guest, but found no cure. The bath for my help lies where Cupid got new fire, my mistress' eyes. Numb with excitement. Oh, hello. My director of photography took an initiative to start shooting early. It seemed to us, Sonny and myself, that as we're about to record Sonnet 154, which is the last one, that we should make an event of it. Hence, my tuxedo, and you can't wear a tuxedo and not have a martini in your hand. So here's to good health and safety to everyone who has been so kindly watching and listening to these sonnets. We have never expected anything like this, and we appreciate it enormously. Here's to you. Now, there is one other little thing. I have been using a bookmark all these months, I suppose it is now. And I'd just like to tell you something about it. It was given me by a dear friend many, many years ago. And he wrote on the back the following quote from Horace's Odes 3:29. And it is, "Happy the man and happy he alone, he who can call today his own. He Who secure within can say, tomorrow do thy worst, for I have lived today. There it is. Sonnet. Oh, I was about to reprise 153. Sonnet 154. The little love god, lying once asleep, laid by his side his heart-inflaming brand, whilst many nymphs that vowed chaste life to keep came tripping by. But in her maiden hand the fairest votary took up that fire which many legions of true hearts had warmed. And so the general of hot desire was sleeping by a virgin hand, disarmed. This brand she quenched in a cool well by, which from love's fire took heat perpetual, growing a bath and healthful remedy for men diseased. But I, my mistress thrall, came there for cure, and this by that I prove. Love's fire heats water, water cools not love. If you have been, thank you for listening and watching.